Hello YouTube fans, here again. And as you may or may not know, I've got another to test. That's right, another to test my wonderful nephew, that being Dylan. So Dylan, without ado, why not this one? That being from 1993, Demolition Man. That's right, Demolition Man. Starring my mates Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. Now, at the time, as I said before, when I remember reviewing a movie from the early 90s, that being Walker. Now, everyone likes Rocky 5, power to them. I was never a lover of Rocky 5. And you know what I mean, in the 80s, I had it all. Think about it. He had the three Rambo films, whether it was First Blood Part 2, and Rambo 3. Then he was doing, I can't say all the Rocky films, because you say Rocky 1 and 2 was in the 70s. But you say Rocky 3, Rocky 4. He had other possesses, wasn't that successful, but was popular overseas, that being Cobra. So I mean, he was raking it in, and out of all fairness, I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger, when then Psy, was a better businessman when it came to knowing what the audience wanted, and that was action films. So we get into the early 90s. I mean, Rocky 5 didn't really make as much as the other ones. Sadly to say, it bombed big time. But I would say this and Tiff Danger got him back into what he was good at, that being action films. And I like this film. It's future this, day, and it's a good sci-fi action film. Also, I'm gonna forget, starring Sandra Bullock. This is the Sandra Bullock I miss. You know, she's pretty, she's funny, she's everything. So it's based on the early, I think the late 90s. I could be right, could be wrong. I know it never happened, but in all fairness, does any sci-fi futuristic movie really happen like what you expect? So you've got a building, it's on fire, you've got a terrorist who's played by, again, Wesley Snipes, and he comes in and turns out Wesley Snipes says he's blown up everybody when he's trying to get information out of him. He outsmarts Wesley Snipes, and he gets basically set up, Si. So you sort of feel sorry for him because he's a cop and he gets set up for letting these people down. And the punishment is to get frozen. So he gets frozen in cyanide, not cyanide, you know what I mean? The thing that freezes you. Think of the Empire Strikes Back, the thing that the froze and Solo one. He gets frozen with that. And so does Wesley Snipes. And then you got the idea it's a couple of days later, well, it's a lot of days later, and it's going to the future. And Shy comes back into the future because of that Wesley Snipes has escaped. But I love the way he escapes and outsmarts them. You got a password, right? And the password is Teddy Bear. And he manages to do that. He manages to do that. And this is in the future where it's PC. And he's finding as it is, I will not be surprised if the future was to be this way. Everything's PC, you're not allowed to swear, you've got to use a computer to have virtual radical sets, which halfway goes in the film when he meets Sandra Bullock, and so on. So there are some bits I felt were laughable. But I thought was laughable, like if you swear, it falls papers at you, you get a fine the amount of times you swear, you get a slap on the hands, and Shy's running out of toilet paper, so he's effing and jeffing, just so he can wipe his bum, because he's not used to these VC cells, they call it. And again, I like Sandra Bullock in this. It's funny, she's into 90s films, which is funny because this is a 90s film, and so on. So there's some good bits in it, and this, when you think about it, very good there for Sting. People think, Sting is a singer. Okay, so some acting and all. What I mean by that is, one day before he sang to this, he sang to the third Lethal Weapon film, Lethal Weapon 3. And this day, being 1993, he sang to this film, The Demolition Man. Which a lot of people seem to forget that Sting sang the theme song, I'm a Demolition Man. So I do know there was some deleted scenes in this. There's supposed to be a scene where Si meets his daughter, because he was frozen for so many days, and he has a fight with one of the gang members. Sad to say it was deleted, but there's still some good bits in it. So like I say, he's in the future, so he's going after Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes gets all these guns, he gets all these dangs to help him out to make variants in this PC pussified universe. I've just got it PC pussified because it is. It is. You can't swear. There's a funny bit where, like I say, he meets Sandra Bullet and he thinks he's gonna do it, and she puts a personality thing on and it freaks Sai out. He goes, whoa, 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 what's this? I thought we were gonna have one bang thank you, man. And she goes, eee. So I think that got me a few chuckles on the way. So I do like that. I like the fact that Wesley Snipes, he's funny when he wants to be, but he's dangerous. And I do know he dyed his hair blonde for the role, and he hated it. Wesley Snipes fucking hated his hair dyed blonde. So not long after the film was completed, I could be right, I could be wrong, but I do know he saved it not long after it was completed because he hated it. But it's still a good scene. So it's getting near at the end. You got these people and they've been fingered and they're stealing food, and Si feels bad because he didn't know that. But I do love a scene where he's under town and this woman makes him a burger and he says, what's in it? He says, it's a rat burger. What's in it? Rat? You told me this is rat? Yeah. And he's out and eating it, so I made that had a few laughs and also it's funny, you don't take it too serious, it's futuristic, it's an action film. I went with it. So like I say, it's getting to the scene where Wesley Snipes is destroying people and pulling people up. You got one guy's like eye up and he breaks him out, and Wesley Snipes cannot harm him. He has like a tip that he can harm people. And Sylvester Stallone has a tip that it makes him sew jumpers. And he's thinking, why the fuck am I knitting? Because it's like a tip what they put in you when you freeze. But halfway through the film, Wesley Snipes just gets his dunes, he kills the other guy, throws him in fire. But then Wesley Snipes goes after them, he batters them all, and he meets the villain. And halfway through the film, he says to see that I'm going to break your head open. That's what Shai says to Wesley Snipes, which is funny because it happens in the film. So Wesley Snipes is finding icy water at him, he's dodging it. But then I think Si gets the better, being the Demolition Man. He freezes Wesley Snipes, jumps in the air, does like a karate kick, and smashes his head in. And that's he knocks his head right off and then smashes his head through because he just says he's going to knock his head off. And that's what he does in the film. So basically, he kills the villain and he saves the day. He gets Sandra Bullet, he gives her a snog, happy ending. And you do get a date song, like I said about repeating myself, you get a date song by Sting. And the Demolition Man, you're never, you better. I'm going to kill the guy singing it, but there you go. Sang by Wesley Snipes. Sang by Sting, I meant to say. Somebody sting me. Yeah, sang by Sting. And I think it's a good song. It's like that's there. So I did this film, it's doing, like I say, it's futuristic. This, when you think about it, this Tiftango got side back into that sort of era because a lot of people have remembered him from the Wacky Feet, Wacky 4. People remember him in the Rambo films or Jobra or films similar in the 80s. This was good when it came to the 90s. This is what I felt myself, it's Si back in his pencil. You know what I mean? It's like, think I could be right, could be wrong. I think the same day he was doing Tiftango. I remember reviewing Tiftango, a damn good one. And in this, I'd say it's a good one. You know what I mean? You sort of feel sorry for him. He's been frozen for so many days. He comes out and he finds out that he's been frozen. I can't remember now if his wife's passed away, but his daughter was still alive. But it's one of them. I mean, you turn your brain off. It's an action film, and I think it's a good one. But into them, be smart, be safe. I'm doing some more movies, more movie reviews. If you like what you hear and you want to do it a test, let me know. If you want to leave a nice comment, let me know. A nice little thumbs up. Or if you're not subbed to me there, press that magic button. But into them, that's just a test. I've done on with other stuff on the way. But into them, fuck it, I almost forgotten. A 10-star rating from me. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.